The real Emily Rose. What happened in those 67 exorcisms? She was a young woman of deep faith, compassion, and promise, until she claimed to be possessed by something or someone not of this world. Voices, shadows, rage. This is not fiction. This is the real-life story that inspired the Hollywood film, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. But the truth is far more chilling. You're about to hear real audio, see real photos, and decide for yourself, was Anneliese Michel truly possessed or a victim of medical failure and spiritual neglect? Chapter 1. Anneliese Michel was born on September 21, 1952, in the small Bavarian town of Liebelfing, West Germany. She was raised in a devout Roman Catholic household where sin, guilt, and redemption were daily topics of conversation. Her mother, Anna, had once conceived a child out of wedlock, a disgrace in their community, and vowed to raise Anneliese with strict religious devotion. Anneliese was intelligent, well-behaved, and deeply spiritual. She prayed daily, often, beyond what was required. She took communion regularly, went to confession weekly, and was known for her modesty and humility. She dreamed of becoming a teacher and wanted to dedicate her life to God. But behind the quiet life of this Bavarian girl was an inherited legacy of shame, pressure, and spiritual rigidity, one that may have opened the door to something darker. Chapter 2. In 1968, at the age of 16, Anneliese suffered her first major medical episode, a seizure while at school. She was later diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy, a condition that affects the brain's ability to regulate emotions, perception, and memory. Symptoms include intense hallucinations, hearing voices, and a sense of being watched. Some even describe it as feeling possessed. Anneliese was prescribed anticonvulsant medications. For a while, the symptoms were controlled, but soon she reported seeing the face of the devil in strangers. She began hearing voices, whispers telling her that she was damned and would rot in hell. Her prayers became obsessive, and she believed her sins, trivial or not, were unforgivable. Doctors believed it was a psychiatric disorder, possibly schizophrenia or depression with psychotic features. But Anneliese and her family saw it differently. They believed something evil had entered her life. Chapter 3. Over the next few years, Anneliese's condition worsened. Her behavior became more erratic. She became hostile toward religious symbols, ripped crucifixes from walls, and screamed at pictures of Jesus. Medical professionals continued to adjust her. Medication, including powerful antipsychotics, but no treatment brought peace. She began fasting as a form of penance. She slept on the cold floor, prayed obsessively, and isolated herself. Her family, increasingly convinced this was not medical, turned to their church for help. They approached multiple priests requesting an exorcism. The church, however, remained skeptical. Modern Catholicism doesn't easily permit exorcisms. Most cases are attributed to mental illness, but eventually, one priest, Father Ernst Alt, believed Anneliese was indeed possessed. He contacted Bishop Joseph Stangl of Wurzburg, who, after reviewing the case and consulting with other clergy, reluctantly approved a rite of exorcism under a rare condition known as exorcismus probatus, a sanctioned trial exorcism. Chapter 4. In September 1975, the first of the 67 exorcisms began. Fathers Ernst Alt and Arnold Renz would perform these sessions twice a week. Over the span of 10 months, during the rites, Anneliese would scream, growl, and speak in voices not her own. She identified 6 entities possessing her: Lucifer, the fallen angel; Judas Iscariot, the betrayer of Christ; Cain, the first murderer; Adolf Hitler, symbol of pure evil; Nero, the sadistic Roman emperor; and Fleischmann, a disgraced priest from the 16th century. She spoke in Latin, Aramaic, and ancient Greek, languages she had never studied. Her strength was superhuman. She bent steel utensils. She injured her parents. She barked like a dog for hours. In one session, she bit through a wooden table leg. Her voice, captured on tape, was layered and demonic. In one recording, she howls, "We are many." Chapter 5. From September 1975 to June, 1,976, 67 grueling exorcisms were performed. Some lasted 4 hours, others all night. Each session followed the official ritual Romanum, the Catholic Church's centuries-old manual for casting out demons. The priests used holy water, crucifixes, Latin incantations, and prayers. But the sessions became more disturbing with time. Anneliese would scream uncontrollably, claw at the walls, and repeatedly bang her head on the ground. Her knees became so damaged that she could barely walk. She performed over 600 genuflections, kneeling and bowing, until her joints were destroyed. She stopped eating, believing that suffering was necessary for redemption. She told her family she was a sacrifice and that many souls would be saved through her suffering. Her face grew gaunt, her teeth were broken, her eyes were sunken, and yet she still believed in God. Chapter 6. By June 1976, Analise was in a state of near total physical collapse. She weighed just 68 pounds. Her body was covered in bruises, cuts, and sores. She spoke with difficulty. Her breathing was shallow. In her final audio recording, she whispers, "Beg for absolution." On the morning of June 30th, 1976, Anneliese Michel died. Her final words to her mother were, "Mother, I'm afraid the official cause of death, malnutrition and dehydration due to prolonged starvation and physical exhaustion." Chapter 7. The death of Anneliese Michel led to one of Germany's most controversial court cases. Her parents and the two priests were charged with negligent homicide. The trial revealed horrifying details: the tapes, the journals, the physical suffering. Doctors testified that she suffered from epilepsy and psychosis. They argued that the church encouraged medieval rituals instead of proper medical care, but the priests defended their actions. Father Renz testified, "I saw her levitate. I heard her speak in voices that were not hers. I felt the evil in that room." In 1978, all four were found guilty but received light sentences: 6 months in prison, suspended, and 3 years probation. Chapter 8. Anneliese Michel's grave in Klingenberg became a pilgrimage site. Thousands visited each year, leaving flowers, rosaries, and letters. Many called her a martyr. Others said she was a victim of religious fanaticism. Books, documentaries, and academic papers debated her condition. Some medical professionals used her case as a warning against exorcism. Others believed her recordings were proof of something unexplainable. In 2005, Hollywood reimagined her life as the Exorcism of Emily Rose, sparking renewed interest. But the question remains, was she mentally ill or spiritually afflicted? Chapter 9. You are now about to hear the real voice of Anneliese Michel. These clips are not dramatized. They are recordings taken during her exorcism sessions. Chapter 10. Anneliese Michel died believing she had done the will of God. Her parents believed they tried to save her soul. The priests believed they were fighting darkness. The doctors believed it was madness. But what do you believe? Was Anneliese a martyr? A mentally ill girl abandoned by medicine? A victim of religious extremism? Or was this a true encounter with the demonic? Whatever the answer, the voice of Anneliese Michel still echoes, and perhaps always will. In memory of Anneliese Michel, 1952 to 1976. Thank you for watching this full documentary. If you believe stories like this should not be forgotten, like and subscribe for more real-life horrors, unexplained mysteries, and chilling truths. Until next time, sleep with the lights on.